from Global Kingston. This is Global News Morning.
Good Wednesday morning. It's June the 24th and heading towards the end of this month already. It goes by so fast. It's also graduation time, so it's an important time for a lot of students right now as well. And Bill, we could be hearing more about the second stage of reopening very shortly.
It could get bumped up.
Yes.
Okay, well the numbers are relatively low, so that is the good news. To get
Right.
things returning to a sense of normalcy. But yeah, good Thursday morning to you. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, nice to see the malls actually opening up, the stores in the malls without having that separate entrance to the outside. Love that. And temperatures are starting to rise. Enjoy the sunshine today. Humidity is actually starting to build again. So for instance, Kingston's high of 25 degrees today. It's going to feel like 29 degrees factoring in that humidity. Enjoy some sunshine. Mostly cloudy to end the week. We dip to a high of 24 degrees. Cooler for Saturday. We'll get to 21, but we're also dealing with a chance of rain, a 60% chance of precipitation, maybe 5 millimeters. Not a total washout, but at this point, a good chance of seeing some rain for Saturday. I'll talk you through the next 5 days in a moment. Wishing you a great Thursday morning. Here is Aaron Strickland.
Thanks, Bill. It's graduation season, normally a time when students, families, and teachers gather in local high schools as well as elementary schools to celebrate the academic milestone. But because packed gymnasiums aren't allowed right now, schools are getting creative when it comes to handing out diplomas. Mike Postovit has more.
No, not your typical graduation, but then again, COVID has made these times anything but typical, and maybe more so at schools. This is graduation 2021 at Bay Ridge Secondary.
This group of graduates especially, they have been doing school for a year and a half in a pandemic, and that has presented a lot of challenges. What we've seen as their staff is they are incredibly resilient and incredibly flexible and adaptable, and they have made this a truly great year to remember.
And while there's none of the pomp and circumstance of a pre-COVID graduation, those receiving their diplomas were more than pleased.
It's something that a lot of people didn't get to experience last year, so I'm really glad they get to do something this year for us.
Stuart Logan is one of 150 students graduating over 2 days here at the West End School.
It would have been really cool to see everyone and have everyone here, but even two of my friends being here and people getting to see me, I really enjoy it. I'm glad that I can be with at least a few people today.
Logan is heading to Queens. As Principal Hyatt put it, on this day, these graduates are the stars, and that includes Michaela Stebbins, who appreciates the effort as well as the school that she's leaving.
It's been amazing. I love all of my teachers. It's always been an open door. Every single teacher I always know I can approach and be honest with, and if I can't get something in on time or if something isn't working, I can go to them and I can tell them.
Stebbins is off to Ottawa. Meanwhile, a stone's throw away at Bay Ridge Public, 33 grade 8s are saying goodbye to their elementary school, and they too have met the challenge of a pandemic.
Their resilience, their perseverance, and their optimistic attitude. They've been forced into a situation and they've made the best of it. So I can't agree with you more that I think they're going to come out of this stronger than ever.
Mike Postovit, Global News, Kingston.
Last night, a fire broke out at a French elementary school in the area. Fire crews were on scene just before 11 o'clock and quickly knocked down the blaze at Madeleine de Roybin School, which is located just west of Princess Street and Bath Road intersection. The fire began in an outdoor portable classroom and reportedly did not spread. The cause of the blaze and the extent of the damage has not yet been released. Well, here are the latest COVID-19 numbers from across the region now. Kingston Area Public Health reported just one new COVID infection yesterday. The case involves a woman in her 40s and is under investigation. There was also one recovery, which leaves active cases at 10. No new cases in Leeds, Grenville, Lanark, where active infections have fallen to 3. Also, no new cases in Hastings, Prince Edward. Active cases there stand at 2. Ontario reported fewer than 300 cases for the third straight day. 255 new cases were added yesterday, the lowest daily increase since mid-September. 11 more COVID-related deaths were also reported. Kingston is looking to update its animal control bylaw. There are a number of changes under review, including whether the city should impose limit on cats and dogs per household, leashing animals in public and private spaces, and pigeon keeping rules. The city says it's continuing to consult with the community and fine-tune any changes, and making sure new rules are also affordable and realistic for pet owners.
We're talking to homeowners and property owners that are expressing their concerns with the amount of pet limits, or that there is no pet limits currently, and that we're also discussing avenues that can support more of a spay-neuter low-cost program for the city, and I think that's the first avenue that we need to look at.
At a time when many long-term care homes are struggling financially because of the pandemic, the Ford government is cutting fundings to a couple of homes in this region. Operating funding for Hastings Manor in Belleville is being cut by more than $200,000. In Bancroft, Centennial Manor is losing about $48,000 from its annual budget. Both homes are operated by Hastings County. Warden Rick Phillips says the move is unacceptable and out of step with the government's announced intention to increase care for both homes. He says the cuts will result in the elimination of about 6 full-time jobs. He wants Rod Phillips, the new Minister of Long-Term Care, to reverse the cuts. A man has been arrested in Smiths Falls after a bizarre incident in a store on Monday. Police say customers watched the man swing a hammer inside the business, damaging property in the process. When police arrived, the man dropped the hammer and was arrested. Sean Woodcock was charged with theft, 4 counts of mischief, and possession of a weapon while prohibited. And now let's head over to Bill for a check on the forecast. Bill, what can we expect for our Thursday morning?
Well, some mild temperatures depending on where you are at the moment. For instance, Kingston 16 degrees, not a bad morning. We are seeing some sunshine. Belleville 15 at the moment, cooler for Ottawa, Smiths Falls and Brockville 11 degrees. Humidity starts to rise today, so we are dealing with temperatures feeling a little bit more warmer than the actual air temperature. And sunshine today. We do see a mostly cloudy sky tomorrow, and by Saturday, look at that, we are finally seeing some rain. That rain will start to fall overnight. We're looking at around 5 millimeters at this point for Saturday. Belleville, 28 degrees for you today, a mix of sun and clouds, a little bit of humidity. It's going to feel like 29, maybe 30 degrees today, but 27 tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Rain on Saturday with a high of 24 degrees. Brockville, 28 degrees today and tomorrow. A lot of sunshine today, not as much tomorrow, and then 27 degrees for Saturday with a chance of rain for Smiths Falls. 27 both today and tomorrow, a couple of degrees above average, and then 26 on Saturday. Enjoy your sunny periods today. For Kingston, we'll get to 25 degrees today. That is the average high for this time of year. It's going to feel close to 30 with our humidity. 24 tomorrow and then 21 on Saturday. A bit of a wet weekend unfolding. We could see some rain both Saturday and Sunday. By Sunday up to 28 degrees, and we begin the week with a chance of a light rain as well, with a high of 27 degrees. After 123 days handcuffed together to save their on-again, off-again relationship, Ukrainian couple Alexander Kudlay and Victoria Pustovovitova have split up, sadly. Yeah, they're there. The young couple from the eastern city of Kharkiv decided to handcuff themselves together on Valentine's Day in a last-ditch attempt to break the cycle of breaking up and then making up. They couldn't deal with each other anymore and shed their bonds on national TV and saying the experiment, quote, had brought home uncomfortable truths.
Okay.
So after being handcuffed since Valentine's Day, they are kaput.
Well, they gave it a good go. Valentine's Day was a long time ago now.
Yeah, doesn't matter how much I would love someone, I couldn't be handcuffed to them.
No.
You need time alone. You need privacy as well.
You gotta admire their creativity, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't really occur to me to try and do this. And apparently maybe you shouldn't, because it didn't really work out for this couple either.
No, they gave it the old try, though, which is nice.
Right, exactly. You never know until you try.
And then they realize, nah, not good. A busy show coming your way. It's an interesting show, too. We have lots to talk about. For instance, at 7:20, we'll be talking about the return of the King Khan Festival. It's Kingston's own comic convention.
Okay, 7:50 is The Dirt with Monica, all of your Hollywood news. And at 8:20, the return of Much Music. Bill, I'm sure you've got some information on that for us.
Yeah, look forward to that at 8:20. It's going to be interesting. It's not what you think it is, though.
We're back after this.